Hey folks, welcome to my channel Number Pen. So we have the problem on our screen today. Limit x tending to 0, 2 sine inverse of x by 3x, right? And like we saw in our previous videos, I have the formulas required on our right of the screen. So x tending to 0, we have 2 sine inverse of x divided by 3x, right? Looks like this is a very simple direct application of the formula. We know that sine inverse of x divided by x equals 1 has limit x tending to 0. So we know that the answer for this particular question is 2 by 3. I'm going to write it like this: sine inverse of x by x. I'm going to combine this, and the way you write it is this into 2 by 3, right? Which means this equals 1 into your 2 by 3, which is nothing but 2 by 3. So there is another way to solve this simple problem. Most of the books on limits under differential calculus don't necessarily emphasize on the formula limit of x tending to 0, sine inverse of x by x equals 1, or even the tan inverse version of it, right? So, we are quite familiar, and the most popular formula under limits is sine x by x equals 1, right? So, if I want to approach this particular problem using the formula sine x by x equals 1 and not sine inverse formula, then all that I need to do is I'm not going to completely solve the problem here, and I'm just going to show you how to go about solving this problem. So, you assume sine inverse of x equals y, right? And what does that mean? As x tends to 0, y will also tend to 0. And what does this mean? Sine inverse of x equals y also means sine of y equals x, right? Sine of y equals x, right? And now when I go back to the original question and do a substitution, what we get is your sine inverse of x becomes y, because that's the substitution we have made. And in the denominator, your x becomes sine of y. So when we rewrite this particular uh, limits problem, and we're going to rewrite it now in terms of y. How do we write this, right? That's what we're going to look at. What happens is y tends to 0, and your sine inverse of x becomes 2y, and my 3x becomes 3 times sine y, right? Now we know that uh, limit x tending to 0, sine x by x equals 1 also means x by sine x equals 1, right? So similarly, y by sine y will tend to 1 as y tends to 0. So the answer for this question is 2 by 3. So that's the other way of looking at this particular problem. So I hope you found this video useful. Please do subscribe to my channel and support. Thank you.